Kingdom people, they don't know what move to make. They do not know what to do and where to go. They just don't know what moves they need to make. And the truth is, they really just need to not make any moves where you're concerned. And here's what's going on, Kingdom people. See, you have exposed some witches and warlocks. Not because you were trying to, but because you are who you are. See, their cover has been blown by you. In other words, you know who they are. You know what they about. You know how they move. And these people are not accustomed to being found out. People don't see who they are. And now that you see who they are, what happens is this. When you see who people are, it's like a light is shining on them because you are the light. So when you see, it opens up the possibility for other people to see. And you don't have to do anything. And it's something that just kind of naturally happens once you see, because it's time for them to be exposed. They've been living like this and doing this for so long, so much so that God is saying the time is now. He's putting the end to their demonic activities. He's putting an end to them, you know, moving around this earth. I'm here like a roaring lion, devouring people, seeking whom they may devour. This is really what they do. They are their father's children. They are Satan's children. And this is what they do. They move around, causing harm to people. They move around, destroying people in their lives, people who are not covered by God. And so that's what happened with you. You are covered by God. And you can see. You see them for who they are. And so the buck stops with you. And what's going on, Kingdom people, is they don't know what move to make, because with you around, they can no longer continue in their ways. They can't continue in their ways anyway. They just haven't quite figured this out completely yet. But see, here's the thing. They want to run. They either want to run or get away from you somewhere where no one knows them, that knows them where you are. I'm hoping I'm making sense. They want to go somewhere where you're not, to people that don't know that people that don't know them, so that they can hide behind their mask. Because around you, their mask is off. They can't, even if they try, it just don't work. Because again, you shine that light on them, not even trying to, just your presence, the presence of God in you is just gonna, it uncovers who they are. So anybody around them around you, and here's the thing, Henry people, you don't even have to be around. And that's what they don't get yet. They haven't figured that part out yet. You don't have to be around. And here's the thing, because the time is now for them to not keep going with their shenanigans. God is he putting an end to it. And so in their thinking, they either want to go away to where no one is. No one knows them. But the problem with that is they still feel a sense of fear. They still have some fear around all what you might do with what you know. The other part of that is they have this thing in their mind where they want to get rid of you, get you gone so they can stay. But here's the problem. They already tried that and it don't work. So even if they were able to go away, notice I said able, that's the thing. Whatever is going on with these people, they're not in positions where they can just get up and go somewhere else. So they in a situation where they don't know what move to make. There's nothing really they can do with you. They know that. They already know that. They can't affect you. They can't destroy you. They can't move you from wherever you at. Because you don't move till it's time for you to move. You don't move until God say. Whether it be God saying, okay, now let's move, or something happening or transpiring where you have to go. Either way, you don't move until God tell you to move. And so you in a place right now where God ain't moving you as of right now. Because it ain't the time for you to move. Wherever that is and whatever that is for you. And so what's happening, kingdom people, is that they're nervous. They're nervous because your existence, just you existing make them nervous, because again, their cover is blown. You know who they are. They know who you are. They know you know who they are. Here's the other part that's really interesting in them. You haven't opened your mouth and said nothing to them, but they know you know. That's even more scary to them. Again, because they don't know what you're going to do with this information that you know. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't know if you plotting. See, these kind of people, they be thinking you plotting because that's what they do. You're not plotting on them. You're not thinking about them. You're not going to do nothing with the information. Just like you're not getting ready to be running around and telling people what you know. You don't have to. That's one thing that I've learned. Well, I've learned this. You don't have to say nothing. But the thing for me is I never cared to say anything anyway, just in different situations. I'm of the mindset, sometimes you have to let people find things out for themselves, because you ever heard, I know you all have, situations where, let's say you have a friend or a relative or whatever, and they're in a relationship with someone, and you know something about this person that ain't cool, that they been doing that they shouldn't be doing. You know, you may want to tell your person, you know, what's going on, because that's your people. You don't want their mate to be doing what they doing. You know, behind their back or whatever the situation may be. Let's just say cheating. And so the issue comes in when you say something. You can become the villain, because many a times the person you telling don't want to hear what you saying. They want to take it as not true, that you just trying to stir up something. It's not always the case, but it's very common. Or they just think that you just trying to break them up, you're jealous, whatever. So sometimes you have to let people find out for themselves. You just have to let people see things. I have years ago said something to somebody because of who they were. I let them know what I knew, what I had seen with my own eyes. And this person said to me, as long as they don't bring nothing back to them, like in other words, the diseases or STDs or whatever, that's what they had to say about it. So they were okay with it as long as they didn't bring nothing back to them. But my thinking but what happens when they do? And what if it's something that you can't get rid of? And you okay with them out there just doing whatever? I don't know. That was just weird to me. So from that day on, it was a whole lot that I knew, that I became aware of, that was, that I was seeing, and I knew what was going on. But I never said anything to this person again because they were okay with it. And so I can remember one person being around one of the people that they were dealing with a friend of mine. They were a friend of them. I knew them, but I didn't hang around them like that. But this particular day, I went by their house with them. And this was years ago, y'all. And the person was acting like, because they knew who I was, to the person that they were dealing with, who they was cheating on. I hope that's making sense. But they were just acting like, and I'm just looking. It didn't really faze me, because they didn't understand that, first of all, you messing with a married man and you think that's cute and acting like you doing something. And because you know who I am to the person who the person they were dealing with is married to, you know how silly women can be. Silly men can be like that too. But anyway, the point is, that ain't cool, just that. But they didn't understand that this person didn't care that they mate was out there doing what they was doing. Anyway, I just said that to say sometimes you don't even need to say nothing. You ain't gotta say, ooh, this person a witch, this person. Oftentimes when I finally say something, and I've learned from experience, somebody brings something to me concerning the matter. Then if God lead me, then I go ahead and say what I know, what I'm aware of. So that's the way I usually do things. But you don't have to say anything. You don't have to do nothing. What happens too is because you're aware, and God want the people who need to be aware, he wants them to be aware. He makes them aware. He makes them see it. And whether you said anything or not, if you had to step away because of whatever was going on or what you discovered or what you became aware of, people will start to see that's around this person why you moved around in those instances. Point is, came to people, these people in particular, they don't know what move to make. They don't, because see, they used to just being able to get rid of people. But here's the thing, they not used to nobody knowing who they are. But by chance, if somebody start realizing the kind of person that they are, let's say that, they will get rid of them. They can't get rid of you. They either get rid of them by trapping them or by just causing something to happen in their life. Anyway, kingdom people, they don't know what move to make where you concerned. And as I said in the beginning, there is no move to make where you concerned. It's nothing to do. Their cover is blown, and that's just that on that. And whatever come or go, the only way they'll be able to avoid what happens, what comes or goes, is if they give their life to Christ and give up their wicked ways, turn over a new leaf. That's the only way they can avoid what will come and go based on what they've put out, the consequences they'll receive. In other words, there's no way out of it. So they don't know what move to make. But the truth is, the real move they need to make is to give up that wicked life and give their life to God. They need to live for God and let it go. That's what they're going to have to come to, because I want to say trying to continue in their way, these people I'm talking about, they won't be able to. God is shutting them all the way down. Do you hear me, kingdom people? All the way down. And yes, it happens over time, but understand, at this point, it's over a short time. This is not no long, drawn out stuff. He's putting an end to what they've been doing. And what he's really trying to get them to do is give their life to him. And prayerfully, they will. But in the meantime, where they at right now is they don't know what move to make. They don't know. They want to give up their way. They don't want to give up their ways, but they know that if they don't, that trouble, more trouble, should I say, is headed in their direction. They're very aware of this. And some of them do care. Some of them care. Some of them don't want everything to just blow up in smoke. Some of them do care, but they don't want to give up their ways. Some of them, that's all they know. They need to know something different. They need to learn something different. Not because something is all you know is no excuse to learn something new, to learn to do things a different way. Kingdom people, they do not know what move to make where you're concerned.